himself very badly a couple days ago.
He did stub his toe.
But we thank him. Absolutely fun. And again, we are getting ourselves ready here to play some beautiful brackets today.
See some people getting ready, getting up on the stage. And I do have to address it real quick because I know some people are already going to ask about it. Tantalus said I would get $3 if I wore these arm sleeves on stream. So I got my $3.
We'd love to see it.
Speaking of people who are trying to get into the money, we've got our first match of the day, and that is going to be Sweshi taking on LocoLobo. We got a little bit of an uncommon matchup, to say the least. Bowser Jr. taking on Dedede.
I was going to say, Bowser Jr. is not a character that is very familiar to a lot of faces, but let me tell you, character has some very interesting moves and is deceptive.
Right, I've definitely been seeing a lot more of this character, especially recently with players like both Ketchup and Yoda Cage on opposite coasts of the continent. But it's still definitely not like a meta-defining character or anything like. But the same goes for Dedede. There aren't too many people repping this character at the highest of levels. Already off the bat, though, he's gotten himself into a pretty nice position with about 137% on the board. One more solid connection with either like a back air or Gordo off stage will be able to take this. But Bowser Jr. is nothing if not heavy.
Exactly. The Koopa Clown cart is deceptively heavy, adds to the weight of Junior and the Koopalings. But right now, Sweshi is unfortunately getting that to a big mallet back air. And you got to remember that Dedede knows how to swing. Yeah,
one of the more interesting mechanics in this game that I think like most people don't know about just because it's so uncommon is that Bowser Jr. actually has like 2 different types of hurt boxes. If you hit him on the clown car or if you hit him in the face.
Yes.
And if you hit him in the face, he takes more damage, more knockback, but knockback goes both ways as the back air connects on that top platform, takes the first stock out, and we see an up throw. This could be a huge up air chain to make up the difference, and indeed it is. Sweshi has taken the lead.
I like that they're sending LocoLobo off stage and getting that stage advantage. It really does add to the ability for Sweshi to get that ledge trap situation, continue the percentage going. Right now he's trying to get off that platform because, man, I would not want to be above a Dedede.
No, definitely not. Dedede has so many like long lingering hurt boxes, but I loved that conversion from the Mecha Koopa into the dash attack just for that little bit of extra damage. 111% on LocoLobo, but he's going to try for that connection from the Gordo into the up smash. Doesn't get the sweet spot, so it's not going to be enough to KO yet. Tries for dare there. What are you doing?
These two are coming out guns a-blazing, and I guess melee weapons a-blazing because it's a battle of all that. The cannonball coming out, not quite finding LocoLobo, and that super armor from Dedede is going to make it go right past the cart. No issues there. Okay.
Oh, just charging that up. All right, going to eat an F throw for his troubles. It's not enough quite yet, but it's going to be a challenge to get back up onto the stage. Tries for the Koopa card detonation. Fair comes through, scoops from underneath, sends out the Gordo again, and he tries for the 2-frame dash attack, but, well...
Instant reversal. LocoLobo said, let me do you one better, resetting the stock situation to even between these two. But Sweshi's doing a good job racking up that percentage just a little bit, trying to expand that lead. And I got to say, these two have been back and forth this entire game last.
Yeah, this has been a much closer match than I think most people expect from like round 1 pools. Most of the time, round 1 pools are just one player running over the other. But these two are definitely pretty evenly matched as LocoLobo finds a beautiful up smash there. 106% on Sweshi. This is about where we've seen him taking these stocks so far.
Oh,
and the up smash, 7th time's the charm. He was throwing those out a lot.
Oh yeah, a little bit of gonna need some roadside assistance. That clown card did get absolutely clobbered out of the air courtesy of the big mallet. And again, those two are back and forth for quite a bit there. But LocoLobo at the end turning up the heat, putting the pressure on Sweshi and saying, this is a no-fly zone.
The one thing that I do want to point out that we were talking about a little bit before we went on air, LocoLobo, not from the US, not from like one of the more commonly seen regions for this game. He's from Bolivia, at least according to his Smash GG and the flag that we have on screen. I'm very excited to see like if he actually is from there. I'm very excited to be seeing players from like not often seen regions, and he's already putting on a pretty good show for us here.
Oh, and speaking of show, it seems we have a different Koopaling on board, no longer Bowser Jr. Is that Iggy?
That is Iggy indeed.
It's honestly hard to tell.
You gotta play the guessing game. They
really do.
They all kind of blend together.
3 to 4 of them have very similar designs, so it's a little bit of a gambit. But hey, maybe it's a good power-up because the change in the costume is getting a good start to Sweshi here.
The only one that I'll never get wrong is Roy, just because he's
our boy.
He's our boy.
Of course.
Either way, though, Sweshi off to a much better start this game than the last one, building up 81% so far. You saw it during the last game on town, he actually had pretty difficult time getting in past just the onslaught that Dedede can throw at you with like Gordo, with disjointed aerials, with all of that stuff, and wasn't really getting the opportunity to get these high damage combos, but he's taken the lead early on here as we approach the first minute of gameplay.
And you can see that Sweshi's taking a little bit step back here. He's trying to play less up in LocoLobo's face because obviously it didn't work too well. And now you have a situation where he's remaining calm, cool, and collected, making sure that he can get this, but at the same time, LocoLobo's starting to turn up.
Yeah, LocoLobo making his way back into this game, finds that down throw fair, looks for the F smash in neutral, tried to kind of read the clown car coming in so he would beat that out, but very, very smart from Sweshi to cover his own approach with that Mecha Koopa so that it wasn't really a problem for him. Now he's off stage yet again, looks for the fair, and actually ends up getting the up tilt instead. First stock taken from behind.
It looked like that was a little bit too short notice. That back air didn't come out, but guess what? Instant up tilt, deceptively quick, deceptively strong, decisively taking stocks.
Gets the up smash there, so decisively taking stock. Yeah, exactly. Now, I do want to point out, since we have a little bit of a lull in the action, we were wrong. That's not Iggy. That's Larry.
Oh, no!
So it's all right. Everything's fine. I'm sure chat's not too mad about it.
I appreciate you backing me up in the confidence and making sure.
I was wrong, too. It's okay.
Hey, we're both a little bit of fools, but that is okay. Hey, clowns on the clown cart scenario, you know?
Absolutely, absolutely. But coming back down into the neutral, Sweshi needs to find a way to make use of that clown car to bring himself back into this game, or it'll slowly turn into a 2-0. 83% on LocoLobo. We haven't been seeing him getting those early KOs that some Bowser Juniors are so proficient with off of like the up B conversions into the aerial.
Yeah, you can usually expect something like jab at ledge because, hey, guess what? Junior does have a kill jab,
I think
which
Junior,
is crazy.
In my opinion,
jeez, he dropped down on him.
Dropping the bomb in more ways than one, taking that second stock with an up B of all things.
That is a big power move, by the way. That's something from wrestling. That's normally a WWE channel, but ooh, I like that. The Mecha Koopa sniping LocoLobo off stage. And again, another last stock, very even scenario between these two. But as we saw in game one, LocoLobo was coming out on top after getting juggled like this.
64%'s nothing to sneeze at, though, so a great start to this final stock by Sweshi, and it continues to build up. He is still untouched. Great block on. Oh, he catches it. Nice.
A little bit of a fun little sports game between these two. I mean, this is not Mario Sports Mix, but we're still seeing some fun stuff in the action.
Tries for the grab. He's going to get caught by a jab for his troubles. And you mentioned how strong that rapid jab is. It is indeed one of the better ones in this game. I think really only like Crom Roy's jabs are better in my opinion. And that's just because they connect into ridiculous strings like anything.
Imagination. You love the creativity of those players. And hope just getting absorbed point blank. Fortunate situation for Sweshi. He's kind of hesitating once that inhale is coming out. And hey, even the mallet coming out from LocoLobo trying to get some quick damage on well. But oh, the armor is not saving you this time. And another close game. But this time, it looks like Sweshi is coming out on top.
A little bit of an unfortunate scenario there. Tried to snap to ledge, but was caught early on by the Koopa car before he got the chance. We're going to get to see this again. And I actually do want to, once we get to it, I'm gonna slow-mo this. So I did it too late. Hang on. We're getting there. We're getting there. Hang on.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
So right here, as he was coming back to stage, he thought for sure that he would be able to snap. So he immediately did the up B despite the fact that he had more jumps in the bank.
Oh, yeah.
But recognizing that LocoLobo was going to be trying to take the fastest route back to stage, Sweshi just preemptively threw out that up B, let the Koopa car detonate, and took the game as a result.
And guess what? We talked about the Koopalings before. We messed up a little bit, but our boy is now on screen. You cannot mistake him. Roy is our boy, the pink glasses, the fashionista himself, coming out to play for this Game 3. And it's on FD version of Battlefield?
All right, interesting pick, but I respect it.
Yeah, I mean, it looks a little bit brighter.
Now, I will point out, like, last game, I said that Roy has the best jab in the game, not this Roy.
Yes.
Different Roy.
Still good.
Still good.
Still great. Different Roy.
Different
Both are our
Roy.
boys, but this is the Koopaling variant and not the Fire Emblem.
But both Roys are fantastic, and
yes.
Sweshi making fantastic use of him so far. Maybe the skin swap really is a buff, because he lost game 1, swapped skins, won game 2, and now swapped skins again, and he's dominating the start of game 3. So
I do respect players rather that will not stick to just one ult. They'll really run around. That could have been something decisive for Sweshi. LocoLobo having another lease on life this opening stock here, and opting to kind of set the distance up, toss some Gordos out, taking some Mecha Koopas in stride as well, and ooh, just slamming on Sweshi.
Yeah, tries for the Koopa Power in that side B in.
Oh, okay. I like that.
I was about to say, I really like that.
though.
He is going to eat a punish for it, but I not only like the attempt because he KO'd earlier with it, so it's now a known threat to Sweshi. He knows that, like, hey, he is serious about just power bombing on top of me. But then as soon as Sweshi made the move to retreat, LocoLobo just dropped to the ledge. I like that too.
Exactly. Again, keeping the pressure up. You're down in one stock, but it's very close. As long as you can secure it right there, just like that, it is once again an even game last. These two are running the distance side by side, but let's see who can finally take it out on top. It's getting hard to tell.
LocoLobo getting an inhale back onto stage. I love seeing DDDs make really good use of inhale, both as like a defensive tool and as like a tech chase option, because it's great. It puts an opponent in a disadvantageous position almost as much as a grab does, but the thing that separates it from grab is that it lingers. It lasts as long as you want it to, really.
It's a good way to condition, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. But the Koopa car is coming through, and it's not going to be an easy trip back to the center of the stage. He's going to have to take it with the Angel platform rather than by himself.
Sweshi is finding momentum here in this game 3, not falling for as many tricks that LocoLobo is pulling out here, putting the pressure on for sure. LocoLobo has been trying to kind of maintain some distance, but right now Sweshi is smothering him.
Looking for that deep fair off stage, wasn't able to get it, so now LocoLobo is going to be able to regain his footing, tries for the use of the Gordo, and he might be starting to get caught onto in terms of his habits.
No.
That is not good DI.
That is, that's Hot Pockets in the microwave needed to get in DI, unfortunately.
And as a result, that is going to be Sweshi taking it 2-1. I almost said 3-0, but we did have 3 games. We did have 3 games, but it was 1 in the favor of LocoLobo, 2 in the favor of Sweshi, and he's going to be moving on further into the bracket.
100%. But still, congratulations to these players. Looks like the Bowser Jr. gets a little bit more time to really continue on in this winner's bracket.
Yeah,
But at the same time, I do know LocoLobo does have a chance in that loser's bracket to make a run, make